Hello. In this particular chapter, we will discuss about integers. Okay. So integers. This is of class 7. All right. So integers, as we have read in earlier classes, that they are, let's say, -2, -3, 1, 0, 4, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So the entire set of numbers who have integral values. Okay, so they are integers. Okay, so generally the denominator is 1. All right, the denominator for any integer is 1. Okay, so let's represent them on a number line. Okay, so let this be a number line. Okay, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So this is -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6 and so on. All right, so let's say -5 is this. Okay, 2 is this. All right, so as we can see that -5, -1, 3, these are all integers that we can mark on the number line. All right, so as we go left, value of number decreases. Okay, so -3 is less than -2. As we go right, value increases. Okay, so 3 is greater than 2. All right, so let's understand few other things. Like on a number line, when we add a positive integer, so 2 plus 3, we move to the right, which is 5. So 5 is somewhere here. All right, so 2 plus 3, 1, 2, 3 steps. So let's say 1, 2, 3 steps. So we move to the right. Okay, so when 2 minus 1, so 2 minus 1 is we are moving towards left. So whenever we are subtracting any integer, we move towards left. When we are adding any integer, we move towards right. Okay, so sometimes you might be asked, what is the additive inverse? So additive inverse, okay, of 10. Okay, so additive inverse is a minus a of plus minus a is equal to 0. So additive inverse is of 10 is minus 10. Okay, is equal to 0. All right, so we have already understood this property. I'll discuss it once more. So 1, okay, so 1 into 1 is equal to 1. 1 into minus 1 is equal to minus 1. Minus 1 into 1 is equal to minus 1. Minus 1 into minus 1 is equal to plus 1. All right, multiplication of two positive integers is always positive. Multiplication of two integers where any one integer is negative, the multiplication is negative. Multiplication of two negative integers is always positive. All right, this is what we are using here. All right, that is simple enough. Okay, so I don't think there is a need to discuss anything here. You can solve any questions based on this. Okay, questions will be simple. They will be based on number line or adding or subtracting. All right, so practice a few questions. Just in case you have any problem, you can ask me. No problems there. Okay, so now we will discuss few properties of addition and subtraction of integers. Okay, so properties of integers. Okay, okay, so integers are closed under addition. Okay, the integers are closed under addition. Okay, so for any a plus b, where a and b are integers, the answer is an integer. So for any a plus b where a and b are integers, the answer is also an integer. Let's say 2 plus 3, we will get 5, which is an integer. So 4 plus 100, we will get 104, which is an integer. Alright. 6 plus 9 is equal to 15, which is an integer. Alright. 6 plus minus 9 is equal to minus 3, which is again an integer. Alright. So addition of any two integers is always an integer. Okay, this is what is closure property of addition. So closure under subtraction. Okay, so let's say two numbers have been subtracted, 7 minus 9, so we get minus 2, which is an integer. Okay, so similarly for any two numbers, a minus b is an integer if a and b are integers. All right, so this is simple enough. So now we will understand about the commutative property. Okay, so let's say a plus b is equal to b plus a. That means if integers are added in any order, it hardly makes any difference to the final result. Okay, so 2 plus 3 is equal to 5, 3 plus 2 is also equal to 5. All right, now associative property. Okay, so associative property is for three numbers, if they are added in any order, the results remains the same. Let's say 3 plus 0 plus 4. Okay, so this gives us 7. So 3 plus 4, which gives us 7. Alright, now 3 plus 0 plus 4, which gives us again 3 plus 4, which is 7. So associative property is if you add the three numbers in any order, they should be same. Alright, additive identity we already discussed. Alright, so we add something. If we add 0 to any whole number, we get the same whole number. So okay, so if we add 0, a plus 0, so additive identity. So a plus 0 is equal to a. So 0 is the additive identity of integers. Okay, so I'm not discussing it because this is fairly simple. This is just like 2 plus 2. Alright. So now let's move on to multiplication of integers. Alright. So let's go to multiplication. Multiplication of integers. Alright. So okay, so in order to understand multiplication, let's go on the number line. Okay, so let's say this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so let's say we have been given 2 into 3. Okay, so what it means is that 2 into 3, that means 2 plus 2 plus 2, or 3 times a block of 2. So a block of 2 is this 3 times. So 1 time, second time, third time. So 3 blocks of 2. Alright. So as we discussed earlier, a into b is equal to positive a into b. Okay. A into minus b is equal to minus of a into b. Okay. Minus of a into b is equal to minus of a into b, and minus a into minus b is equal to plus a into b. Okay, so understand, product of any, if any of the integers is negative and the other one is positive, the product will be negative. All right, that is simple enough. So there is nothing special about multiplication of integers if you understand these four rules. All right, so let's see. So now let us suppose we have been given three integers and their product is to be found. Okay, so let's say it is minus a into b into c. Okay, so first solve for the first group, then go for the second group. All right, so minus a into b, let's say ab is equal to y. Okay, so minus of a into b will be minus y. Okay, because one of the integers is negative. Okay, into c. All right, because one of the integers again is negative, we will get minus yc as the answer. All right, so the final integer would be negative. All right, so this is the product of three or more integers. So if you have 4, 5, 6, 7 integers and their product is given, use the same rule, these four rules, in order to determine whether a positive sign will come or negative sign will come. All right, let's practice a few questions based on this. Minus 9 into minus 3, so this will be positive 27. Okay, minus 1 into 4, this will be positive 4. Minus 1 into minus 1 in minus 1 into minus 4, let's say minus 1 into minus 4 into minus 3 into 1 into 5 into 7 into minus 9. Okay, so minus 1 and minus 4, this will be plus 4. Minus into minus 3, 1 can be cancelled out, 7 into minus 9. Okay, 4 into minus 3, this is minus 12. 9 into, this is minus 63 into 5. Minus minus sign will become plus sign, so 63 into 60. Okay, so 630 into 6 is going to be your answer. Okay, with a positive integer. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 signs. So if the number of negative signs is odd, it will be negative. If the number of negative signs is even, it will be positive. That is another way of understanding it. All right, that is simple enough. Okay, let's see some properties of multiplication. Okay, so closure with multiplication. Okay, so if a is an integer and b is an integer, their product will be integer. Okay, let's say 4 into minus 15, so minus 60, which is an integer. This holds true for every value. Okay, commutativity. So commutativity states that if numbers are multiplied in any order, they remain same. So 4 into minus 15 is also minus 60. Minus 15 into 4 is also minus 60. Okay, so a into b is equal to b into a. Okay, so if we multiply any number by 0, we get a 0. I think you know that. Okay, so let's discuss multiplicative identity. So multiplicative identity. Okay, so a into 1 is equal to a. Okay, which is equal to 1 into a. So 1 is the multiplicative identity. All right, minus 1 is not the multiplicative identity for integers. Okay, now if we take three integers and multiply them in any order, the result will be same. This is the associative property. Okay, so a into b into c is equal to a into b into c. All right, there is no problem with this. Okay, so then there is distributive property. Distributive property, which states a into b plus c. This is just expansion of this is just expansion, how to expand the product bracket. Okay, a into b plus c is equal to a into b plus a into c. All right, that is simple enough. I don't think there is a need to discuss it. Okay, so now let's try to discuss few questions here. Just a minute, let me see. Okay, so let's discuss a question here. So there is a class test with 15 questions. Okay, 15 questions are there. 4 marks are for correct answer, -2 for every incorrect answer. Okay, now A attempts all questions, but 9 are correct. Okay, so find the total score of A. B attempts all questions, but 5 are correct. Find the total score of B. Okay, so for A, attempts 15, correct attempts is equal to 9. Okay, so 9 into 4 is equal to 36. Incorrect attempts is equal to 6 into 6. Okay, so score deducted 6 into 2 is equal to 12. So final score 36 minus 12 is equal to 24. Okay, this is the final score of A. All right, now for B. Okay, so for B, solve it yourself. For B, the final answer is going to be 0. Okay, but solve it yourself. You will have to use the same method that has been used above. All right, that is extremely simple. Okay, so you will get simple questions based on this. We have already discussed the types of questions that you will get. There is nothing difficult about it. So let's move on to the next topic, which is division of integers. So this is simple division, multiplication, nothing difficult. Okay, division. Okay, so A by B. Okay, so let's say A divided by B. Okay, this is how division is written. So minus A divided by B. Okay, so this is minus A by B. Okay, so as you see, if any one integer is negative, final answer is negative. If both integers are negative, final answer is positive. Okay, so if the number of negative signs are even, the answer will be positive. If the number of negative signs are odd, the answer will be negative. All right, let's discuss few properties of division. Okay, so let's say minus 8 divided by minus 4. Okay, so minus 8 divided by minus 4 is equal to 2. Okay, now divide minus 4 divided by minus 8. So this is minus 4 divided by minus 8. All right, so this is 1 by 2. Now in multiplication, A into B, B into A was same. However, in division, A divided by B is not equal to B divided by A. Alright. So this is one of the differences. So like in addition, if we used to add any two integers in any order, the result was same. However, if we divide any two integers in any order, division is not going to be the same. Okay, so a divided by 1 is equal to a. So a cannot be divided by 0. This is called undefined. Okay, in some cases it is infinity. Okay, but a divided by 0 generally is undefined. Okay, or infinity. Okay, so denominator while division should not be equal to 0. Okay, so this is it. Let's discuss a question that will help you. Okay, so A earns ₹1 by selling a pen. He incurs a loss of ₹0.4 by selling pencils. Okay, so in a month he has a loss of ₹5. He sold 45 pence. How many pencils were sold? Okay, B, in another month he sold 70 pence. His profit loss was ₹0. How many pencils were sold? Okay, so this is simple enough. There is hardly any difficult thing about it. Okay, so in a month he has a loss of ₹5. He sold 45 pence. So profit for A is 45 into 1 while selling pens. So this is 45. Okay, ₹45. Okay, so final profit is equal to -5. Okay, so according to the question, final profit is -5. So according to the question, okay, so according to the question, 45 plus, let the number of pencils sold be y into minus 0.4. Why minus 0.4? Because we are having a loss of 40 paise. Okay, is equal to -5. This is what is being asked according to the question. 45 plus y into minus 0.5 is equal to -5. All right. So y into 0.4 is equal to 40. Y is equal to 100 is the answer. Okay. Okay, no, there is a problem here. The problem is that 45, when it goes here, it becomes -45. So this will become -50 actually. Okay, so let's come here. So this according to question, equation is correct. 45 plus y into minus 0.4 is equal to minus 5. Okay, so the problem was taking this on the right hand side. Okay, so y into minus 0.4 is equal to minus 5 and minus 45. So this becomes minus 50. So y into minus 0.4. So minus sign cancels out, becomes plus sign. So 50 divided by 0.4. Okay, so this is 50 by 4 into 10. So this is 2, this is 25, this becomes 5. So this is 125. Alright, this is the answer. Okay, so for the next question you can solve it yourself. I'll solve it for now. Alright, let's say for B. Okay, so the number of pens sold is 70. So 70 into 1 according to question. Okay, you can write the statements. It is necessary to write the statements, but I think you will be able to write them. So profit by selling, okay, let's write one. So profit by selling 70 pens is 70 into 1. All right, now so entire profit loss is equal to 0. So 70 plus let number of pencils sold is equal to y. So y into minus 0.4 is equal to 0. So this is the, according to the question, 70 plus y into minus 0.4 is equal to 0. So y is equal to 70 by 0.4. Okay, so 70 by 4 into 10, 2 will by 5, 35. So 35 into 5, that is 175. Okay, this is the answer. This is the answer of pencils, number of pencils. Okay, so you will get simple questions like this. You can practice few questions, and if you have any problems you can ask any questions. Okay, this is extremely simple. Practice it and you will get simple questions based on this. Okay, so I think this is over. So thank you.